Hi guys. So my vlog today is about avoiding the crisis mindset. Okay? So I'm outside here. You see? This autumn tree. I don't know if this is it doesn't look like a maple tree or something. But sooner or later, this tree, the leaves are turning red and then brown and then they're gonna be gone and it's gonna be winter. Okay, so I'm really just taking this opportunity to actually use this like tree background. So the topic is avoiding the crisis mindset. So paano ba natin na iiwasan yung crisis mindset? Okay guys, so first of all, well, ano nga ba yung crisis mindset? So, ang crisis mindset, you see, you're always thinking about the negative outcomes. You're always thinking about what could go wrong. And you're always just thinking about, like, the problems and the risks that's gonna come out of a situation. And that's good. At some point and at some degree. It's really windy. My camera is wobbling, but so what I'm talking about is there's the good part of that crisis mindset, but it's not a crisis mindset. That's called risk management. Okay, so well, risk management is not a crisis mindset because risk management is actually knowing the risks. Okay, guys. So if you know the risks, you're just actually enumerating and brainstorming what the risks would be and preparing for it. But a crisis mindset is that you're always thinking about the negative outcome that might come up and the worst possible outcome, because they say that you have to prepare for the worst. And the worst possible outcomes that may come, like in this situation, but we don't really have to do that. Okay, so how to avoid that and why we need to avoid that? Well, first of all, we need to avoid that because if it's a crisis mindset, you're always going to be stressed out, and that's actually not good for your health. And there might actually be an actual negative situation that would arise, but it's not necessarily under your control. It's not necessarily something that you have to decide upon. And so even if you think about it, it's really not, probably not in your jurisdiction, not under your control, and honestly, you just really can't do anything about it. So, well, what is an example, of a crisis mindset and a crisis outcome? Well, let's say, like in the Philippines, the typhoon and stuff. Yeah, sure. But, you're not really like the disaster risk management. You see? I mean, there are ways you can do for yourself to actually prepare for those crises. But if you're like, let's say you're like, near the beaches, the ocean, well, you really have to get out of there and actually follow like the guidelines from the risk management office because in your situation, that's really what you need to do. And even if you keep thinking about it, the typhoon will come, there's a crisis coming, and there's a big risk, there's a high risk, but then ruminating about it, thinking about it, this unhealthy thinking patterns would actually not help you. Okay, so you see, you need to avoid this crisis mindset. And so that's one example, okay, of like a crisis mindset. So what would you need to do in your daily activities? You go to work, you do your hobbies, you have children maybe, husband and wife, your friends and family. So what can you actually do about your thinking patterns that can help you, like, avoid this worries and having a crisis mindset? Okay, so Well, the key actually is presence of mind. Okay, so this is kind of like a pop psychology thing, and I'm not a psychologist, but this information is available in journals on Google, and some of them are common sense. Okay, so for the presence of mind, well, you actually like think about everything that you can manage, in your own time, and on your own plate. So if you actually you plan for the day, like for this whole day, or if you want, you can be spontaneous. So if you plan for the whole day, well, then actually you can just set your activities, like food, work, and then going to bed, maybe having some plans about your workspace, and then your house space, house materials, furnitures, maybe fixing new stuff in your home, fixing like your car, fixing anything, or doing some activities like with your children, at the park, playing, going to the mall. So these are things that actually makes you avoid having the crisis mindset. So doing these activities actually it should put your mind at ease to actually a place of a good headspace. Excuse me, a good headspace, and then you can actually think about it, and you're like a chill mind space that you don't have to worry, you don't have to be anxious about, but you're actually just thinking about the present situation. And sometimes it's really just something not you don't have to think hard and long. It's just it's like a quick snap. It's actually just like a quick thought, quick thinking, thinking on your feet kind of thing. So it doesn't have to be like a grand thinking, your head hurts long and hard, like too much analysis. It's kind of like a low thinking level. Something that's not gonna stress you out. It's really easy to think about. So yeah, so that's what it is. And then you can have short-term plans, especially if you're the commoner, like me right now. The commoners, that you're not actually, you don't have to think, you're not like a CEO, or you're not the president of a country. You don't really have to think about, or like a president of a school. You don't have to think about some long-term 5-year plan, 10-year plans, 20-year plans. So what if the sun is going to die after some billions of years? You're not going to be alive at that time. You see, that's really a crisis mindset, something that is not really going to affect your life in any way. It will affect your lineage, your family lineage down the line, the children of your children, maybe farther than that. But then it's okay, it's fine, because the actual purpose of parenting, and the grandparents parenting the children of their children, is actually to prepare them and make them actually take care of themselves. So if you have done your job well, then actually they can take care of themselves, and they can resolve those issues. And well, if they're gonna die at some point, and that's really far from your lineage at this time, well, then there's no reason to think about it. So you're managing your headspace, you're putting your mind in a good place, you're putting your mind at ease, And so it wouldn't like mess up with your physical health, your digestion, or like it's not going to affect your circulation, your breathing, because some people like if they think long and hard enough, they actually get like stressed. And it's not just some people, it's like it's how our biology works, and you can ask the doctors about it. It's how our biology works that actually it affects it affects our mind. What if you're stressed in your mind, it's actually going to affect your digestive system, it's going to affect your gut. And I think I told you about that like with this well researched book by Dr. Mayer, like the gut mind connection. So it does affect your well-being. Your good headspace will actually affect your digestion and your overall physical health. So if you guys just want to actually keep that in mind, avoiding a crisis mindset. Okay, let's say that it's good to think about some other people, like let's say the situation of like wars in other countries. Yeah, sure, but you don't really have to think about it long and hard, because it's a crisis mindset. Let's say that you heard the news that maybe like there's gonna be a typhoon, like or a tsunami, or like a war, all this crisis, or like maybe your health issues that maybe you're gonna get like what if you get cancer, what if you get like leukemia or breast cancer or whatever disease that you can think of. What if you get COVID? Well, right now actually there's already like vaccine against COVID, so you don't really have to worry about that. So if you get it, well, that's too bad. But then they actually give like a medication for the symptoms. So you don't really have to like be mentally disturbed about it. That what if you get this crisis, what if you lose your money, what if you lose all your money, what if you lose all your house, all your properties. That's a crisis mindset, and that crisis mindset is going to make you super duper anxious. Okay, so and that's going to affect your sleep, your digestion, functioning daily, like in your daily life. Like maybe you have to take care of your child, maybe you have to do your exercises, do some physical exercises, but then you can't really like do it because you're well too concerned, and you are preoccupied and ruminating. You keep ruminating about all this crisis that might come up. That what if the aliens exist? So what? Okay, it's not really your job. I mean, I think they have people in place, and for my former colleagues who are scientists, they might be like let's say in an academe, like in Ateneo or UP, or like on the OST, but then that's not actually their that's not their position, maybe, because they don't, not all scientists deal with aliens. So it's okay, it's totally fine. Not all scientists actually deal with aliens, so it's okay. It's not your job. And even if you keep thinking about it, well, you can't really do anything about it because you're not in the position to actually carry out some actions against the aliens. And that's actually kind of funny. But so what I'm actually just saying is you need to avoid that rumination kind of thing. And you can't really just you can't really just keep thinking about it and ruin your day about it. So what if there's a killer like coming to you, or like there's a there might be a killer in town, whatever, well, then you just have to actually like take safety precautions like the normal way. But then you can't really like act like you have PTSD that every day you're like looking out for like the killer. Okay, it's not your job, you're not a cop, it's okay. Okay, like if they come into your house, then there's actually like a law that you can actually kill them by self-defense. But you have to act on your feet, and it would be easier for you to do that if you don't have that crisis mindset. Because if you always just have that crisis mindset, you're gonna keep thinking about like so far there in the future, but you're not actually in the position to do something about it. Even like scientists, not all scientists deal with aliens. Not all doctors would deal with all the infectious diseases. That's why they have infectious diseases expert, they have anesthesiologists, they have general practitioners. It's just not on your plate, it's not your job, it's not your position, you're just not, you don't make the call for it. You don't make the decision for it. So even if you keep thinking about it, you can actually bypass their authority. So you can do the safety precautions that you can do for yourself. But in terms of long-term planning ahead, that's a good thing, but maybe not too far down the road. Because if it's too farther down the road, you're just not going to be able to work it out. Especially if you don't even have the resources to work it out, and there are some other people involved in it. So then you can be able to carry it out. So it's always good to make plans, but it's better if you make plans that you can carry it out. So so the key here is just having the presence of mind. If you plan ahead, just not too long farther ahead, especially if you're not like a CEO, or you're not like the president of the school, you're not the president of like a company, or like you're not the president of a country. It's not your job. Okay, so just like act as we are. And I think it's gonna be great for all of us. And I hope you guys have a healthy October and coming Christmas season. I'm just really taking advantage of this weather today, and this fall season, and I like seeing this red trees and colorful trees and leaves. But then sooner or later this tree is gonna be gone. So yeah, that's it. I hope you avoid like this crisis mindset, because it doesn't really serve you well. And if it doesn't serve you, actually you have to let it go, and you have to actually ditch those things and throw it away. So again guys, presence of mind. If it's not on your plate, well, you don't have to think about it long and hard. Okay, maybe you can make suggestions. Maybe you don't really agree with like politicians and stuff, but you can vote. You can like do something about it like in your own way. But not actually making decisions for them, because you can't, and they're not even going to allow you. So that's it. If you guys really just focus on the present situation, make plans ahead that is not too far away, then I think you're gonna sleep better, you're gonna eat better, and you're gonna function better as a person. So it's part of pop psychology, but also kind of really scientific and medical. And socially, you're gonna be a lot more pleasant with other people. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Avoid crisis mindset. Okay, if it's not it's not your job, the typhoon is not something that you can really like stop, or like a snowstorm, well then stop thinking about it. Okay, it's not healthy for you, it's not healthy for your mind, and there's really nothing you can do about it. Okay, so I guess you can pray and you can like just stop thinking about it, accept the situation and move on from there, and do something about something that you are in control of. Okay, so yeah, that's it. And just the key thing here is having presence of mind. Okay, so you can avoid ruminating about any crisis that's upcoming. Okay, so avoid this crisis mindset. Okay, and I really suggest it to everybody. And if you don't want to listen to it, well, you can just ignore this. But that's my 2 cents. Okay, so see you all for my next vlog, and baboosh.